everyone, it's time for another Death Battle reaction video. This time, it's the Fullmetal Alchemist, Edward Elric, taking on the Avatar, the air nomad known as Aang. It's the last Airbender, taking on the boy without an arm and a leg, literally. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting because I don't know what is the ordeal going on with these two. I do want to, but before we go on with this one, I want to extend my condolences to the families of the victims of Kyoto Animations after the arsoning that happened, and the guy who did it, he should burn himself. I mean, seriously, he just goes into a building and goes like, die, 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 die! Like, really? I don't probably had some sort of mental illness. Probably never gone to a doctor to actually get that evaluated. But either way, you know, I'm sorry for what happened to the people in Kyoto Animations. I hope they recover. I mean, they're behind some of the great animes like Haruhi Suzumiya, K-On! Air, and to think, one of these suggestions I might be doing for a future fanfic, Pete the Rock at fanfiction.com or fanfiction.net. But anyway, let's get on with this death battle. I had actually been thinking over the past 3 weeks after the death battle between Captain Falcon and Johnny Cage, and my thoughts just kind of been back and forth, swaying, and the previews didn't really help that much. And then I remembered that in the last episode, Aang also has that ability to use, I want to say clear bending, but what it does when he used it on Ozai, Fire Lord Ozai, is that he erased everything, which means Ozai could not do any fire bending or any other bending possible. And Aang is super powerful. He could kill anyone if he wants to, but Nickelodeon, they decided, maybe this is a kid who wants to teach him the different ways of doing this, and therefore we know that he's so powerful that he can do anything he wants. Well, I don't want to say anything, but he can do this powerful ability of controlling all 4 elements. So yeah, I think Aang's going to win. I might have said Edward a few weeks ago, but I'm going to say right now, it's going to be Aang-tastic. I just made a bad pun. So let's just get on with the video. Oh, and I'm going to say right here, Aang over Edward.
The elements make up every aspect of the world we live in, and no average person can tame them.
But somehow these kids can master them with a vengeance.
Like Aang, the Avatar.
And Edward Elric, the Fullmetal Alchemist.
Like you need a big title.
He wears an iron boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out
who would win a death battle!
Water. Earth. Fire. Air.
Heart.
Boomstick! This is not Captain Planet!
Some of their citizens could even learn to bend their nation's element. But only the Avatar could master all 4, and it's their duty to protect the balance between these nations.
And since there's always got to be an Avatar around, a new one is born whenever the last one dies.
But everything changed.
Nice way to keep balance.
Attempting to conquer the other 3 nations, the Avatar would inevitably be their greatest obstacle.
Man, they'd even go after a kid.
Living among the air nomads,
unfortunately,
he was an energetic and dutiful 12 years old when he learned of his destiny. He was the newest incarnation
Day
of
of
the
Death
Avatar.
Age 66.
But he totally wussed out, ran away from home, and got frozen in ice for 100 years.
Can you blame him?
Well, that's not what I'd do if I found out I was an awesome elemental badass. I'd definitely find a way to make
Boomstick!
that.
Boomstick.
He's 12. Thank you.
But running away actually saved his life, as the Fire Nation knew the next Avatar would be an air nomad and slaughtered them
Because it goes in a circle.
horrific surprises.
Air after fire, after water, after earth, I think.
Some new friends and began his quest to learn the other elements and save the world. And as an air nomad, he can really bend the wind to his will.
He can use air bending to create whirlwinds and tornadoes.
But how can you bend air? That's what I like to know. How can you bend air? It's formless.
It's not exactly flying boomstick. What he actually does is manipulate the air currents to keep aloft. That's
I mean,
why
yeah.
he makes it lighter.
But how's that air bending?
Oh,
Rail.
well, I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Whatever, if it looks like a duck and sounds like a duck, it's a duck. Or I guess, flying avatar guy.
But ducks actually can fly. Anyway, Aang can use
Yeah.
air in pretty much every aspect of his
Air
life.
bending, water bending, earth bending, fire bending.
Speed, improving agility, adjusting his body temperature, and even focusing his
Brain mace
strength
is kung fu.
use as an attack.
After he learned water bending
Energy
from
bending,
Baku and Katara,
Avatar
he could
state,
make whips,
lighter
knives,
staff.
and literal
Okay, that was the name. Energy bending, not clear bending.
Just give me a pool and watch this cannonball fly. Does that mean I'm a waterbender?
Sure. Waterbenders can
No.
also manipulate steam and ice.
Just like how I, the great waterbender Boomstick the West, will use my powers to swim through this frozen rock.
No!
What?
Yep.
Boomstick! Don't!
Bending one of
Don't!
those. You can be
No!
this.
Boomstick!
wow. I'm just bursting with envy.
Bending powers activate! Ah!
That didn't work.
Ha! Success!
No, fail.
Airbending. Waterbending requires a nearby source of water to use.
Katara.
Like a pond or a filled bottom. The same goes for earthbending, which Aang
Toph.
learned from his mentor Toph.
Earthbending is all about throwing rocks at people.
You're
and a
right.
bunch of other cool
This
stuff.
is in the last Airbender
Balls
movie.
and earthquakes and causing the ground to swallow you up, which is kind of creepy, actually.
Last but
Tell that
certainly
to-
not least, Aang learned the art of firebending
Zuko.
from his longtime rival, Prince Zuko. Unlike the other arts, firebenders can actually create fire to use at will.
Firebending is so goddamn powerful. It's even got the deadliest bending technique of all, shooting lightning.
Well, only
Hey, they turned Pikachu!
firebenders can cast lightning, which is usually an instant kill move. While Aang never learned the move itself, he has learned how to redirect it through his body.
But even after learning the four elements, Aang got to meet one last master bender.
Who taught him the art of manipulating a person's life energy, the purest form of bending.
Energy.
It's super dangerous though, and one mistake could tear up Aang's soul.
And with it, Aang defeated the Fire Lord and brought peace to the world at large.
Well, with that and with his super form, the Avatar State.
In the Avatar State, Aang's bending abilities grow immensely powerful. This is because the Avatar State lets Aang draw upon the power and wisdom of all previous Avatar incarnations. Though it is extremely risky, as dying while in the Avatar State ends the cycle of reincarnation permanently.
Why would he care if he's dead anyway? Whatever. The coolest thing about the Avatar State.
Then the world dies!
Oh, like this. Behold!
Wait, Boomstick?
How are you doing that?
Oh, I drank a bunch of glow sticks.
You need to go to the doctor.
Yes,
Like
please!
now.
My liver's crust is way worse than this.
Has it?
Or without the
Has it?
Aang is plenty powerful. He has the ability to
Move
move
350
gigantic stone columns and
350
even carve
tons?
canyons around an entire city.
Not only has he survived
35.7 million tons of water.
explosions, he threw this gigantic column of rock at the Fire Lord.
To get the column's mass, we compared Aang's height against it and determined it must weigh 9,500 tons.
Aang's super fast
But-
too. With airbending, he can run on water.
Which, given his size, requires a movement speed of well over 67 miles per hour.
He used airbending to block a giant column-destroying explosive attack from the best-named character on the show, Combustion Man.
Really?
Proven he could redirect lightning from the Fire Lord himself. Taking into account the distance between them and how far Aang's arm had to move to catch the lightning, he would have to react at least 155 times faster than sound.
He is pretty unused to violence, though. I mean, he's a vegetarian pacifist for crying out loud.
That's-
But while he may
I mean,
seem like just a kid,
hey,
Aang still saved the
vegetarians
world
have done a lot.
with a peaceful future. To him, bending is elementary.
If you want to be a bender, you have to let go of fear.
Thank you. Time for Edward.
Alchemists of old once tried to turn lead into gold with not great results. But in the country of Amestris, the ancient science of alchemy is actually possible by using the Earth's natural energy to reshape the molecular structure of various objects.
And by drawing a circle thingy.
A transmutation circle, which most alchemists use except for the youthful prodigy, Edward Elric.
Well, there are a few others. I mean,
Careful, Boomstick, he's a bit touchy about his size.
Hey, if I lost my mom like he did, I'd get mad at the little stuff too. But Ed and his brother
4'8" at 15, but he does.
So they went
And this like milk. I mean, I have been arguing that he might be lactose intolerant.
For something? Well, Ed literally did, and poor Al lost his whole body. Luckily, Ed managed to stick his brother's soul in a suit of armor, but still, yikes.
This horrible experience has forever marked the two brothers. No one is meant to transmute the human soul.
Yoshizu.
The boys were lucky just to escape with their lives.
But he got something good out of it, like super secret knowledge, including how to do alchemy without a circle thingy. He just has to clap instead. So, worth it?
With these new abilities,
Well,
Alphonse
kind of.
quest to restore their bodies. Specifically, they sought the incredible power of a Philosopher's Stone, believing it to be their only chance.
And the Philosopher's Stone takes human lives to make.
He was named by the Fuhrer the Fullmetal Alchemist.
What? Adolf Hitler?
It's just Bradley. He's okay. Until he isn't.
Spoilers! Also, since Ed lost a couple limbs, he got them replaced with automail, kinda like my leg.
Automail is made from incredibly
It's like
durable
prosthetics.
metals, ranging from his original steel one, to a gas-powered one, to his best version consisting of a mix of aluminum and carbon. Apart from being durable metal prosthetics, Ed's automail limbs function just like normal ones. He can even reshape his arm as a weapon.
So we can turn it into swords and saws and stuff, increase its durability by hardening its makeup.
Yeah, now you know where that balance is coming from.
Truly a limb of many talents.
But at the end of the day, Ed's true talent lies not in sword fighting or umbrella holding, but the art of alchemy.
He can do all sorts of crazy things with the elements.
Door!
He can basically make anything he wants, like spears and shields.
So long as he follows the rule of equivalent exchange. Anything created with alchemy must have a source of equal value, and cannot be made fundamentally different. For example, lead can be molded into a statue, but it cannot be turned into water. Other than that, there are three principles needed to use alchemy well. Comprehension,
Which means you gotta understand what the thing you're using is made of.
destruction,
Breaking stuff down.
and reconstruction.
Put stuff back together.
Ed is only limited by the materials
Simple as that.
and his imagination. At his full potential, he can do almost anything. He can purify water, create ammonium gas from ammonium nitrate, repair entire houses, and transform a gun into a trumpet.
Don't you ever try and do that with any of my guns. Anyway, it's also
He might! He might!
does exactly what you think it does. Make a big ol' kaboom. Ed's used it to destroy stuff like automail, but it can also be used to explode people's heads.
So, using destruction alchemy, Ed should be able to destroy something like this on a molecular level.
Ha!
Why?
Do that?
Anyway,
If my brother was alive, he'd
Ed has
be
done
mad at you.
incredibly impressive things.
Not only has he blocked gunfire from a Gatling gun after it started firing, he's dodged a pistol from nearly point-blank range.
Yeah, but I mean,
And
that's,
his
that
automail
isn't
even
really...
took a bite from a lion.
Yeah, but that's not as fast as lightning.
It was totally fine.
Assuming this chimera has a similar bite force to that of a real lion, that means Ed's arm stood up to a force of 1,000 pounds per square inch.
He's created
Which
a
isn't
gigantic
much.
cannon, and then survived that cannon exploding while he was standing on it. And then he survived being on top of a huge boulder exploding too.
We can measure the boulder's explosion against Ed's size to get an approximate energy output. With a radius of 36 feet, this blast must have been equivalent to over 100 tons of TNT.
How's that for equivalent exchange, bitches? He also survived an explosion that took out most of a 10-story building.
Even apart from
Yeesh.
being tough, Ed has shown considerable strength when using alchemy.
Like when he created a gigantic golem to crush his opponent.
By measuring the size of the stone golem's thumb, comparing it to the size of the average human's thumb, and using that scale to estimate the size of the golem, That gives us an estimated weight of over 3,000 metric tons.
All this
Oh no!
philosophy-
I was wrong.
Turns out those things are really, really messed up.
Yeah.
Right. Philosopher's Stones are extremely powerful and can be used in many different ways. Kimberly the Crimson Lotus Alchemist, for example, used one to create a massive explosion equal to 157 kilotons of TNT.
Yeesh.
However, it turns out that these stones are composed of imprisoned human souls. So Ed and Al vowed to avoid them on principle. Although Ed can boost his alchemic power in a similar manner by drawing on his own life force, increasing his potential at the cost of shortening his lifespan. But that's what Ed ultimately had to learn, what it truly means to let something go. And so he found another way to revive Al's body, sacrificing his own power for the sake of family.
Aw, what a nice guy. But all in all, so long as Ed knows what he's trying to transmute, he's an amazing force to be reckoned with.
Now let's go home. Together.
And there's Big Vignata. And there go the brothers. Okay, so I have been back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I keep thinking Aang. I keep thinking Edward. I keep thinking Aang. I keep thinking Edward. So you know how confused I can get. So here, Aang has the speed advantage, but as we've seen in the past, Terminator and others, the speed advantage does not do much at all. I would have to say that Edward has the strength and durability advantage, and he also has that intangibility of getting into fights more often than Aang has. Aang may have the ability of all four elements, but I don't think he's got what it takes in order to deal the damage necessary. What will happen is that Ed is going to use that alchemy in order to trap Aang and kill him. Although I do see how Aang can overwhelm Edward if he uses the energy bending to erase it. But now it's time for a death battle. I'm going to say Edward here, and it's in 2D. I know I'm wearing orange.
Sorry, Momo. You're just too little.
Little! Who are you calling a pipsqueak, you stupid hairless kid?
Yeah, that's not Big Mignata.
Nobody?
I'll show you!
Fight! Oh boy. Nice. Edward has some significant counters. I also gotta remember that under top, that was nice. That under top he can use his use the seismic sense.
What? You'll never hit your head on door frames? And
I'm still growing!
now I gotcha.
Nope.
Ah! Oh no! I'm sorry.
A classic misdirection. That's it!
I caught it!
Damn it!
Toph won in the initial battle against Gara, for spoilers of season 2. Cannonball coming!
What kind of alchemy is that?
It's not alchemy. But another thing about it, it does sound like Todd Havercorn instead of Big Mignata. I could be wrong.
No more clappy magic.
No, my cabbages!
Again? Why are we going after that meme?
Won't lose you again.
Ah, the seismic sense. Here it comes.
There you are.
Nice try, Shorty! believe that worked.
Avatar state.
This ends now.
And Edward is powerless.
At least I'm taller than you.
Aang.
No choice.
KO! Looks like Ed didn't have a leg to stand on. Or arm, I guess.
Ed may have been more quick-witted and inventive, and he certainly had more combat experience. But Aang's bending abilities were far more versatile and readily available than combat alchemy.
Yeah, it had cool stuff like cannons and gun trumpets, but Aang was fast enough to react to lightning, which is way faster than dodging a measly bullet.
Recall how Ed survived an explosion that destroyed most of a 10-story building. By examining the size of the building and thus the volume of the conical explosion, this blast must have equaled about 30 kilotons of TNT.
That's cool, but Aang did way more when he carved up a circle around that city in Avatar State.
The force to blast such a huge ravine around the city of Yudao was a massive undertaking. By measuring the width, length, and depth of the affected area compared to the size of the city, we found it would take almost 160 kilotons of TNT to pull that off.
More than 5 times greater than Ed's.
So
best
Aang's got the
ability.
strength and
So
speed
Aang
advantage.
definitely had the stuff to crush Ed's automail arm and the rest of him.
Granted, Ed could reach this sort of power by sacrificing his life force. Remember Kimberly's explosion, the one empowered by a Philosopher's Stone, a blast worth 157 kilotons of TNT? That's almost identical to Aang's feat, and theoretically, Ed could have been capable of this level of power. Theoretically. However, a Philosopher's Stone uses many souls, while Ed could only draw from his one. Not to mention, drawing from his own life force meant his power-up had a very short and dangerous duration limit compared to the Avatar state, which has no such limit. But even so, Ed's tactics and creativity kept him in the fight, yet the Avatar's speed, power, and versatility was too much for him. Aang may be a pacifist in canon and would hardly kill anyone, but unleashing his full power is a sight to behold.
Just when Ed thought he had the hang of it, he alchemist the mark.
The winner is Avatar Aang.
Damn it, Boomstick!
Thanks for watching this episode of Death Battle. If you want the battle music for yourself, you can get it by clicking the link down below.
And if you'd like to see some more battle and death, make sure to click the link over there.
So what do we have next time?
That's right.
Ghost Rider! Oh, and Lobo! Oh, so we have some hot rods in August. So it'll be a battle of Marvel and DC. The Marvel hero, the DC villain. So I was right on several of those occasions. That Aang is a pacifist, Edward had more battle experience, everything else. I was just enthralled by the fact that I was right at the beginning about that whole energy bending and the fact that he is more powerful than Ed would be. And I somehow went back on my word, and now I feel like a complete fool. I also feel like a complete fool thinking that Vic Mignogna would be the voice, but no, it sounded a lot like Todd Habercorn. Sounded a lot like Natsu. So the Avatar team are 2-0. Toph beating Gara, and now Aang beating Edward. And I guess I kind of failed on my own Avatar state on that one. Happens to the best of us.